Oh wow, you should see this body part. This is going to make a mess, but it's worth doing. Let me show you this. And welcome back.
Yep. So we went 25 minutes last time, but it wasn't 26, so I didn't break my promise. But yeah, so you were saying you could have finished your story.
Yeah. So me and my online gamer boyfriend, who he was in America, I was in the UK, so we had time zones, 6 hours of time zone separating us, and we didn't want to be dealing with all the fuss of like marriage ceremony and that, so we eloped. But I think because we were both a bit older and our families have pretty much given up on us ever getting married, the sense of relief that came from the family on both sides was remarkable. And we just got away with it.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't actually. I used the game quite a bit when I was younger. So like in my adolescence and college, or not college days, before college, I used the game quite a bit. And then I went to college, and I just didn't have time for it anymore, and I stopped. And I basically stopped gaming from then until just recently, like when I started playing Minecraft with my son. So many years. I missed like a whole era of games, and the whole crew, like Boris and crew, keep reminding me of games that I missed.
Oh. Well, I was.
Oh crap!
I only stopped gaming for for maybe like for the time that not long after getting married, my computer wasn't up to it. The online games that I had been playing with my husband when we've met, we actually had to. He still plays, but I had to stop because it was one of those games where you weren't allowed to have two people on the same IP.
Oh.
And yeah, it would have broken all of the rules of the game for us to collaborate.
Oh, darn it! Man, I'm having...
Yeah, I've just been having bucket problems as well.
I was doing so good with buckets for so long.
Yeah, and then it all just kind of...
It all fell apart.
Yeah.
Oops, okay.
Yeah. But what's good for me about the fact that of how me and my husband met, and the fact that we're used to, I should say, he's used to the idea that I live in unusual time zones, is that he's very supportive of the fact that I YouTube, that I get up at 1 AM and I come and play strange games with strange men on the internet.
People, yeah. Yep.
And he's cool with that because he knows that's just who I am and what I do, and he understands.
That's cool. You found a good partner, it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm knocking shells around in here.
I'll come and pick some up.
I heard you just knock some.
Yeah.
That's too funny. Oh, here. What's this? Oh, we need a bin. Here, let's bring a bin in here, because those things are really tedious to pick up. So let's bring the bin right in. And put it in the light so we can see. Oh, don't do that. Don't.
Ew, what is that?
Ah.
I think I've just got a new body part out of the bucket machine. It looks like a toe.
A toe?
Yeah.
You got just a single toe?
Oh, now I've got a leg again.
Oh.
Oh, I've got to throw it.
How do I up a thing?
Right, now I've got to clean up round here.
Come on. When you tip things over, it's really hard to get them back up on their
Yeah,
end.
it is, isn't it?
I'm dropping everything. All the stupid shells I just put in here. I just dropped them all. Because I was trying to get around it. Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm on this side. So let's just drop them up on the ground. And then pick them back up again and put them back in the bin. Oh.
Okay. This area's clean again.
Okay, I'm just going to get this thing out of here. You can't walk around these things when you're in the tunnels, by the way.
Yeah, I found that as well. Just knocking things over.
Okay, let's see.
I found if I had too many parts in it as well, that it tended to spill.
Oh! Yeah. Stuff would fall out of the top?
Yeah, even if it was just shells. So it might not be sort of physically full, but yeah, too many bits and they sort of start just falling out all over the place. Oh no, I can't believe I just did that.
Did you just knock over a bucket?
I did.
Okay, I'm heading to the incinerator just in case you're over there. I don't want to hit you with this bucket.
No, I'm immediately behind you with a bucket to throw in the incinerator.
Okay, out of the way. I'm out of the way. Alright. And bucket. Bringing bucket back.
I got a hunk of meat instead.
Can I turn around with this? I can. Okay. You got a hunk of meat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's... Wow, that was a mucky place. Alright, well, I like the fact that these tunnels have grates at the end of them and then they eventually just stop.
Yeah. It's, you know when you've reached the end.
Yeah, I think I gotta bring this bucket closer, although I might be almost... Ah! Alright. Let's see how much of this I can... Oh, I'm just... Whoa, okay. Well, don't hit a body part with the mop head. It just... The body part splatters blood everywhere. Alright, so now I need a bin in here to pick up all these pieces. Whoa. Sorry, coming through.
Oh, buddy, I got you, wait.
Alright, I think we need to tell another story. We gotta maybe that's how we do this thing, is we tell stories and we talk about stuff while we do this work. This is a storytelling
I think so.
yeah. Okay, we got if I back up into here. Whoa. Alright, so do you have a story?
I always have a story.
Put you on the spot.
I can, let's see. What story have I not told recently? I could tell you the story about when I was caught up in an attempted hijacking in Colombia.
Whoa, what?
I have lots of stories. I'm a bit of an adventure junkie, I'll be honest.
Well, this sounds like an awesome story.
So, I had a while ago, a good long while ago, I had a job which involved me traveling around South America, and I had been sent out to Colombia to go and inspect some electricity power lines, and I'd caught a taxi from the airport. And we were, so me and this taxi, now I didn't speak Spanish. This was kind of the big flaw in the whole thing about sending me out to South America. I'm very bad with languages. I'm a typical Brit, actually, when it comes to languages. And I'd... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was sorry.
Something required concentration.
Yeah. I was trying to get an alien foot in the incinerator there.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'd been.
Oh.
I caught this taxi from the airport, and this taxi driver, oh my god, he drove like an absolute maniac. And the drive from the airport down into, where was I? It was Medellin. I'm sure it was Medellin. And it's like a little, a very fast road, but it's very twisty and it's on the end of a cliff. And this taxi driver was driving like a nutter. And I was a little bit nervous as it was anyway.
Oh, did I just hit something?
Yeah, don't worry, it was empty.
I can't see anything with this thing in front of me.
Ah, I've just worked out how you turn these things round.
How you do what now?
You know when they're on their side, when you knock them over?
Oh, yeah.
So if I knock this one over... There you go.
Upside down.
Okay, so you pick it up, and then you left click and hold.
Oh my goodness. Left click and...
So you just hold your left click, and it'll turn it the right way round.
Oh, only if it's upside down. You can't turn it upside down.
Yeah, only if it's...
Ah,
yeah,
okay, I was trying to flip it. Okay.
So it'll right its... Yeah. Ah. But I think you need to have an empty hand to do it.
You got buckets everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure which ones are clean and which ones are empty. Which ones are clean and which ones are dirty, sorry. So this taxi driver, we came up a bunch, a very high speed going down a twisty cliffside road. We came across a bunch of people who were all running in the road, and I couldn't understand what they were saying. There was obviously trouble. The only word I could make out was that they were shouting bicycle, and it's like bicycle, and there's maybe about 20 people all in the road waving at this taxi driver. And the taxi driver got onto his radio and he was shouting something on the radio, and he picked up his speed, which was quite terrifying. Oh, I've got a light. Oh my word.
Okay, careful.
Oh my word. Oh my god, you should see the state of this place.
Where are you?
I found another section. I thought we were nearly done. Let's
that way?
Put this down. Can I? Oh, you can left click and hold a light as well. Now that's a discovery. Right, let's throw this away. Ooh, glitching.
So down this tunnel here, is there a whole new section?
There is.
Oh, fun. Having some trouble there?
Yeah, it's let's see, I think I can get it in there now. I don't know.
So I found another one of those data pads. It's in this bin.
Yeah.
I don't know if we wanted to knock it over to read it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, there's lots of junk in here, so it's gonna make a big mess. Or if I can even knock it over. Come on. Alright, here we go. Now I can't knock it over when I want to. There we go. So now we need to go... Where are you? Can I like find it in there? Okay, now we gotta pull him out. Let's put him in the incinerator. And where are you? Oh. I know you want to let me get you out of there. Ah! Get out! It won't. Get out. Oh, I got the flare out.
Oh, there it is.
There it
it's
is.
on the floor.
Haha, I got it out.
Okay. Data log. I don't like it down here. It's dark, cold, and the smell. Hijo de puta, the smell. Again, the pipes are broken and I have to fix them. Me, always. It's not like I'm the only one who can do this, but I'm the only one who works. Something is in here, I'm sure. I've seen eyes, heard the scratching. I know the eyes. Siempre los ojos. Oh God, do you know? I know how to pronounce this as well. Meliaventes. So I did learn a little bit of Spanish while I was in Colombia.
Oh, that's useful.
I didn't think it'd be useful for this game, but there you go.
You never know, right?
Indeed. Yeah.
Oh. So was more to that story? I can't remember.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
so in this taxi, people shouting bicycle, taxi driver picked up speed, screaming something about a bicycle in his radio. And sure enough, we came up behind a guy riding the bicycle. And as we came up behind this guy, he turned around and pointed a gun at the taxi. The taxi driver sort of screamed and ducked behind his dashboard and veered into the side of the road and pulled over. Now I had a strange response to this, because the first thing that was on my mind was, oh my God, they're gonna think I'm American. Now in South America at that time, to be British wasn't a problem, but to be American was. Yeah, they blamed America for an awful lot.
Yeah.
But it was they didn't break. Britain hadn't done anything bad at that point. So.
Oh no.
And so I sat up in the back of the taxi and said, "You can't do that to me. I'm British, you know." Which was my response to somebody pointing a gun at me.
Oh, that's awesome. You can't do.
You can't do that to me. I'm British, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
But to kind of what happened then was it got a little bit more comical, because the guy on the bike who was trying to hijack the taxi, I assume that was what he was trying to do. I assume he was after the taxi rather than trying to rob us or something. Yeah. He wasn't watching where he was going. And so this is all going on at reasonable speed, because it was going on down a steep hill. And he actually crashed into the back of a very slow moving truck that was in front of both of us, and fell off his bike. And once he realised, he sort of picked himself up off the floor and went and ran around the front of the truck, because the truck was moving at about 5 miles an hour, and he hijacked the truck instead. But the trucks don't move very fast, especially not on a hill, because very steep mountainside road this. So he must have set off at about 10 miles an hour. I got back in the taxi carried on driving me back to the hotel. What was really remarkable was that even though I didn't speak Spanish and the taxi driver didn't speak English, we suddenly found that we could talk to each other.
Yeah.
It was like there's something about being in a traumatic situation, which sort of transcends language. And by the time we got to the hotel, the taxi driver told me that the guy had actually been caught by the police. So that because the taxi driver had got onto the radio and he'd phoned the police and told the police that what had happened, and the police had set off after this hijacked truck. And as I got into the hotel, the taxi driver came running after me, and he was making sort of handcuff motions on his own arms, and he was like full of smiles and things, and shouting away. And I knew that was what he was telling me, was that the guy had been caught.
Wow, yeah, the traumatic experience is definitely break the ice.
Yeah.
If you survive them, that is.
That's I think that's something quite fascinating about multiplayer computer games. Actually, I make friends. I make acquaintances easy. Yeah, I get on with people quite easy. Sort of fit into new social things, but I make friends very slowly. Oh wow, you should see this body part. This is going to make a mess, but it's worth doing. Let me show you this.
Okay, I'll be right there. I'll come to you so you don't have to carry it across the world.
Well, it's
or you've already got it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that's like a spider limb.
Tentacle of some sort. Yeah.
Looks like a spider leg, huh? Oh, here, let me open that door for you. I closed it because I put a bunch of stuff in there.
There we go.
Let that stuff burn up.
I'm gonna need a new bucket now and clean up a bit. Yeah, with online gaming, I find that whoops.
That bucket was clean, so it didn't actually make a mess.
It's just open. Got it?
Yep, it's in the burner.
Yeah, there's a few quite large chunks in here, so I'll come and bring those through. Oh God, there's been a massacre in here.
Alright, I'm coming in.
Cool.
Oh wow, yeah, this room.
I think I'll leave the incinerator door open for a moment while I just
all of that stuff.
Yeah. I think playing online games, playing multiplayer games, I found that I've formed quite tight bonds with people very quickly, and I think it's to do with that shared experience of trauma. It's because it has that same sort of. There's something similar.
Yeah.
So like that taxi driver, I knew by the time we'd come through that experience, I knew I could trust him.
Yep, that's true. Or at least in that situation, you could.
Absolutely, it was because you're always a little bit wary of taxi drivers in strange places.
Yeah, it might not end up so well.
Indeed. Yeah. If you're putting yourself into the care of anybody who you don't know, it's not specific to taxi drivers.
No.
If you're putting yourself into anybody's care and you don't know them, and you have quite literally just picked them up from on the street, it's you never quite know what you get. So I'm always a little wary in those sorts of situations.
Oh, come on.
Oops. But yeah.
Yeah, you know what I just did.
Yeah, within 5 minutes of that situation, I knew he was a good one.
So it looks like we're going for 25-minute episodes.
Okay.
So we're done. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.